I had a vlog, I did a vlog the other day, and it was about is he wrong or is he right? It's a driver who had a young girl who seemed under the influence, and he asked her if if she's drunk. She said she doesn't drink, so her religion, but clearly something's going wrong. Then she went to throw up, so he managed to persuade her to get out of the car. Then he saw it's going to be a problem, so he gave her a handbag and left her on the roadside. This is like 2 in. 90 to 95% of people said he's wrong, man or woman, all people, walks of life. Think about what you have with your daughter, and la di la di. The others were coming up with different arguments. But before I tell you the arguments, I'm going to tell you what TFL and the ride hailer apps say. The TFL say, as drivers, a driver has a responsibility for the care, the health and safety of that passenger. This is within reason. So if a passenger's unwell, by all means you can take them to a hospital if that's what they require. You can call an ambulance if that's what they require. But at the same time, when you do drop them off, you've got to drop them off in a safe area. So it's got to be a pavement there. Can't be in the middle of the forest along those lines. Now, on the flip side, it says, I googled what are the TFL rules when it comes to refusal of the passenger. And this is interesting. Threats of violence, drunk, under the influence of some kind of drugs, and I think it was something along the lines of hygiene, or hygiene and safety. So we've got 2 core elements to go by, both given by the same authority. Now, if you live in the countryside, or outside London rather, then that's going to be subject to your county. So you by all means look that up. But I'm just, as a Londoner, I'm going by what TFL say, and it should be similar nationwide. Now, I heard a lot of arguments. I'm just going to give you some of the arguments. Some of the arguments were you should have taken to a hospital, taken to a police station. You can't take somewhere if they don't want to go. It's called kidnapping. If they're out cold or under the like incoherent, then yeah, you could by all means call the ambulance. But if you were taking them somewhere and they had passed out and they woke up on that journey and they panicked, now you're in a problem because you're taking them somewhere against their will, and now you've got a whole legal issue with TFL where they will suspend your license until they find out what's going on, and that can take a couple of months, even if you do intend to have something good. On the other side is, if somebody is sick in your car, even if you give them a sick bag, people have a tendency to throw up and then pass out and let go of that sick bag. So that means now you have to handle their sick for them and trying to maybe even position them for them. And you don't want to be touching the passenger, especially if it's somebody of the opposite sex, because nowadays people, make accusations even if you are intending something kosher. Stopping on the roadside, I understand that. Let them stop on the roadside and throw up. But the other argument is, once they're throwing up, when they get back in the car, they never usually just throw up once. Then they say, I need to stop again. So now you start to lose money. Now you may say, yeah, but it's humanity. Fair enough, yeah, it's humanity. But you're out there to earn a living, and you earn a living by the amount of people you could drop in your shift. So if you're doing this on Saturday or Friday or even Sunday night, and every person is going to be sick, which sometimes I see, I've had 5 people sick in my car, your business model is kind of flawed. So I'm interested to hear you guys' point of view based on the information I've given you so far, from the TFL to the both sides of the argument. I will say also that it does, if somebody is sick in your car, you only get the compensation for the cleaning bill. You don't get the compensation for the loss of earnings. Now, when they throw up in your car, if that's not cleaned up straight away, and 2 in, it probably won't be cleaned up straight away because you haven't got a light to see where everything is. And let alone if the seats are perforated, they've got holes like in my seat, car seats for the heat and the cooling system to work through. That's going to get bunged up, it's going to soak into the fabrics, and now that's going to take 2 or 3 days, just not just to clean out, but to get the element air back up. And TFL say clearly your car has to be fit for purpose, has to be hygienic and clean, basically. So you can't be coming in there because you've got loads of air freshener trees because someone was sick last night. You can't operate like that, you'll lose your license. So that being said, I'm interested to hear your points of view on this. Please put your comments down below.